Hello everyone and welcome back to IPL Trivia Fever with your host Priyadarshan. So I'm here to do the pre-match review for today's first match, that is the Kings 11 Punjab taking on the Chennai Super Kings. Now the Kings 11 Punjab, had they won their last game, they would have definitely almost ensured that the fourth spot on the table is going to be taken by them. But the fact that they lost has given hope to a lot of teams down the order, including SRH, KKR, and the Rajasthan Royals. Well, Chennai are out of the league right now, but they are surely going to spoil the party for a lot of teams up the order. So before we get to the teams and statistics, I think it's time for some questions. So I'm going to start off with the questions for the players of the Chennai Super Kings, who, along with Jeetan Patel, became the first pair of spinners to open the bowling in an ODI match in the fourth ODI played between South Africa and New Zealand in the year 2017. So now we're talking about two spinners opening. This player played the previous match for CSK, though he wasn't a part of the CSK squad for a lot of games in the initial stages of the tournament. So the player that we are talking about is Mitchell Santner. Now, Mitchell Santner, he's a good bowler, but yes, he is also handy with the bat, and maybe we might see him in action in today's match. So that was our first question. Moving on to the second question, here it is. The teams that this player has played for include the Delhi Daredevils, the Dolphins, the Durham second 11, Easterns, Hampshire second, Lahore City, Lahore Lions, Lahore Ravi, Lahore Whites, Middlesex, Nottinghamshire, Pakistan A, Pakistan International Airlines, Pakistan Under 19s, Radico, Salcott South Africa A, Staffordshire, Sui Gas Corporation of Pakistan, South Africa Sussex, Titans, Warwickshire Second 11, Water and Power Department Authority of Yorkshire. Now imagine a player who has played for so many teams. Okay, which player are we talking about? So now obviously in the middle you would have heard the word South Africa, so I think you would have guessed the answer. The player that we are looking for is Imran Tahir. So Imran Tahir was the answer for that question. And that was the second question. Now moving on to the two questions for the players of the Kings 11 Punjab. So here it goes. At 17, he was the youngest ever to enter an auction in the IPL in the year 2015. Which cricketer are we talking about? Now this cricketer has played only a few games for the Kings 11 Punjab because they have their team set now and they're going forward with the winning formula. But nevertheless, he is a good batsman. The player that we are talking about is Sarfaraz Khan. Sarfaraz Khan was the answer that we are looking for. And that brings us to our last question for today. So here it goes. His favorite shot is the pull, and his favorite song is My Heart Will Go On by Celine Dion. He himself believes that he's a lookalike of the famous Hollywood actor Chris Hemsworth, who is known for his role as Thor in Avengers. He registered his best bowling figures of 4 for 42 from his spell of 9 overs. Sadly, that ended up on a losing cause as New Zealand lost the game by 43 runs against Bangladesh due to the DL method. This was the second best bowling figures by a Kiwi bowler against Bangladesh in an ODI which came for a losing cause. So which player are we talking about? Now obviously when I'm saying Kiwi and I'm talking about Punjab, well, the player that I'm talking about is Jimmy Neesham. So Jimmy Neesham was the answer for that question. That brings us to the end of our 4 questions for today. We will get to, now it's time to get to the teams. Well, the Kings 11 Punjab had 5 wins, now just 1 loss. So they still will be very positive that they will be able to get this win. Well, again, the question still arises whether Mayank Agarwal is fit enough to play or not. Well, that being said, I really feel that there's one tactical change which needs to be made to the side. Now, that is the question of Glenn Maxwell. Well, Glenn Maxwell is known for his hitting power, and he has shown us in the past, in the previous IPL editions, that he can hit the ball a mile. But this year, he's not able to click with the bat. He has been handy with the ball, but now since he has bowled he has bowled in almost every match, so every opposition has found a way to counter his bowling. So I really have this feeling that Glenn Maxwell should take a backseat and Jimmy Neesham should get a chance in the playing 11 because he can add a lot of more power to that batting lineup and bowling lineup as well. They already have Murugan Ashwin and Ravi Bishnoi as spinners in the team. So I don't think there is as such a requirement for a third spinner to be there. So I feel Jimmy Neesham, he is good with the bat, he is good with the ball as well. So he should get an opportunity in the playing 11 today. And now the fact that if Mayank Agarwal is not playing the match and KL Rahul is opening the innings with Mandeep Singh right now, I feel that you can still have a Mandeep Singh come later on in the batting. You can have Chris Gayle open with KL Rahul, give Gurkirat Singh Mann a chance to come as one down, and play Mandeep Singh little lower down the order after Nicholas Puran. So I feel then it will be a more cohesive batting unit, and maybe the top two only will just finish it off for them because they are both in phenomenal form. So the Kings 11 Punjab have a really strong team. The bowling attack with Mohammad Shami and Chris Jordan has been going really good. And plus, because of John D. Rhodes, we all can see that intent in the field is so nice, so aggressive, and so on point. So they are a good overall unit, and I really hope that they can make it, like they can win this match. Whereas when we talk about the CSK, well, this hasn't been the CSK side that we have recognized over so many editions of the IPL. They've lost their way somewhere, but nevertheless, they are still playing some good cricket. And in a post-match presentation, Dhoni had said this in this year's IPL that it's not important whether you're winning the game or losing the game. It's important of how relevant you are still in the tournament. Well, even though this team is at the bottom of the table, no other team can take this team lightly, and that is what the brand, that is what the team CSK is. So CSK is obviously going to come with all guns blazing. Well, they dropped Faf du Plessis, which I thought was a bad decision because he is their leading run scorer. So probably you could give Shane Watson a rest and have Faf du Plessis in the team. Getting Mitchell Sackner was a good decision. Well, they don't have Dwayne Bravo anymore as well. So, and also they have Lungi and Greedy now, so which is a good bowling unit. And they have good all-rounders like Ravindra Jadeja. And the fact that they have benched Kedar Jadhav, I feel it's for their better. And something good is going to come out of that. What I really want is for Dhoni to come in a little early to bat so that he gets that much extra time on the field. So I feel it's still going to be a very equal match. It's not going to be easy for either one of the teams. So all the best to all the fans out there. And let's have a good game of cricket. And let's see who emerges victorious on top. So that's all from me. I will be back in a while with the pre-match review for today evening's match. That is the Kolkata Knight Riders taking on the Rajasthan Royals. So till then, please stay safe, take care, and it's time for some IPL action.